All right, y'all, how y'all doing, everybody? We're going to talk about that's something that's been bothering me, um, and I get in the beef with about the Black Lives Matter situation. And sometimes I meet people who are part of the Hispanic community who don't support Black Lives Matter because due to media, uh, this this um, this this distorting the meaning of Black Lives Matter. The sister, I think she's an Afro Latina in Black Lives Matter, named Garcia, whatever her name is. She said she didn't care about what the media says, and I'm saying, my Afro Latina sister in Black Lives Matter, please, gotta get that. Sorry. You need to speak up about when people defame the movement in order to make a movement grow and to win. You can't sit here and have defamation of character and people using it, and every time a true criminal gets in custody, they have the African sin. They thinking that those who support Black Lives Matter will support that criminal behavior, which I don't. So the reason why, so there's many times when I will get in Facebook beefs with certain Latinos who are porchos, melachistas, vendidos, whatever you want to call sellouts, that means, or whatever you want to call them, coconuts. I bring up Latino Lives Matter, and they're like, what? That's a here, especially here in Houston. That's a Latino Lives Matter. I did not know that. And let me let you know. Now I'm also part Hispanic, and let me break it down to what how I am. Okay, the Democrat. I do research on family. Research. I'm 13 years old. I'm 38. And last year when I traced my roots to England, it was from my third grandfather who is quadruple. His dad, 19, was a Creole mulatto who passed for white after slavery and married a white woman who's Irish in England, who's a Bug by the last name Bug. My fourth grandmother, and I was able, because of my inbox of my email was booming up all the clues of her heritage, which I traced her heritage to England last year because she was Irish and English descent. Well, his wife, who died in 74, born 1884, 74, okay? And my mom, and we don't hardly talk because of family issues, but my tia, should I say, um, from my grandma's second marriage, my mom's side. Remember, my mom's side family raised me. My dad's side did. So when I saw my aunt. I told her about it on my mom's side. My who was 10 years younger than her. Um, when I told her when she was in at work in the downtown area about they got broke down details. I told her on the phone. I said, "Do you remember Grandma Anna?" And she said, "Yeah, it's when it died in '74. Before I was born. 'Cause I was born in '79. Cut 5 years." I said, "You know she was Spanish Creole." She said, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, because that's her grandfather, my great grandfather, who's 98. That's his grandmother on his dad's side." I said, "Her her last name, they say Rouse. That wasn't her real last name. They changed it. Her dad was a Real, which is Spanish. Okay, Ral. Go Wikipedia. It is a Spanish last name. And on the census, it said his parents were born in 1880, no, 1847, 1840, 1847. And his parents from Louisiana. And 20 years ago, when I was in school, when I was graduating high school, I was back in '88. When I was 18 years old, I was in Spanish club and other people was in French club. We went to Louisiana, went to Lafayette, and that's where they broke it down by how the Spanish had Louisiana. So when I saw the last name Real, you put two together, and I am Creole descent. But I thought I was French. I never always tell people I'm not having no Spanish in me, and I gotta go back and tell them, and correct myself, and correct them that I do. So the reason I'm bringing this up, those who subscribe, you know who I am. So I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but people who come on this channel need to be educated, and it's all about educating the ignorant. Okay, if it's calling anybody ignorant, no matter what they call it is, I'm tired of people coming at me with their ignorant arguments. So my fourth grandfather on that side was a Real, which is Spanish. Okay, he was 19, a mulatto, black Spanish Creole. Okay, and so that's how that I'm part Hispanic. Okay, so okay, so because 1700s, a lot of folks don't know, history about Louisiana, they had taxes, but a lot of the Creoles, whether they were Black French Creole or Spanish Creole, the combination of all three, the four, should I say, ethnicities of Black, the French, the Spanish, and Native mixture came out of Louisiana way before the 1900s. It came in the 1800s, like after Texas was stolen, okay, from New Mexico, okay. So So that's how my background is. As I researched since 1993 to now, since 2016, last year, is African American, French, Spanish, Creole, Irish, English, and Native American. Okay. Yes, it's Native on both sides of my family. Grandpa Ray also, his mother was black and Native American. My great grandfather, who's 98. Okay, on the side of the family, and then also too, there's Native American on both my grandparents' side. My dad's side, my dad's dad, who's my grandfather, who was dark skinned, he passed away 2008. He was also black, French, Creole, and Native too, as the family member told me. As researching this side of the family, and because they're both from Louisiana, and then also my grandmother, who's living the one I had issues with, her dad was dark skinned with straight hair, thin lips, okay, just like her. My dad, because his grandparents on his dad's side, one was the grandfather on his dad's side was Native American, full blown Choctaw, and mama was Irish English, no, Irish and black, English and black, excuse me. Then of course my grandma Medea on my mom's side. Got her, so she died 10 years ago in 2007. November's coming up. That was Grandpa Ray's wife. She was also black French Creole. You know, she was dark skinned. She was black. Her dad was from Alexandria. Okay, so I have the audit. Oh, dang. There's a lot of stuff to research. Trust me, it is. So I let people educate on my grandfather's side, on my mom's side, who got killed in San Antonio in '86. I don't know what, but I know that his mother was a high yellow woman with long hair. Okay, a exotic looking woman. Okay, as my darker skinned oldest brother told me, because my brother, who's camera like me, he just moved back from Europe. Him and his wife, they was military, station. His wife was staying because she finished his years there. They moved back to San Antonio before, and we had two people in our family, our relatives passed away in last 2 summers ago. And my oldest brother, who stabs me back, okay, you bad and bougie, but don't come see me, which I don't care. Bye. I'm not Mariah Carey's older sister. Thank God, I need your money. Who was living in the hood, but now it's reversed. I was living good when I was young, and okay, the point is, he told me in the truck that our grandfather, mama, was a high yellow woman because the dad was very old. Okay, born 1800s. His dad, but she was younger, and I thought she got the childbirth, but no. She died. She got killed. Also, okay, based on her looks, because she was real light skin with long hair. Also, I don't know what her mixture in that side of the family. So, I mean, I'm still learning. You gotta learn to know who you are, know where you're going. Okay. If you don't, I'm not a Garvinist person, because I don't believe in Marcus Garvey believes in with the Du Bois, but he is right that if you don't know your roots, it's like a tree without no roots. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta know your heritage. So I am part Latino, part Hispanic, Spanish Creole. Okay, so the truth of the matter is, I have 3 shirts that say one's Black Lives Matter, and this year I bought both the Native Lives Matter and the Latino Lives Matter. And let me see if I can find this old clothing potty to fold my damn clothes. I'm so lazy right now. I mean, I do work, but I'm working on idle time. I don't, I'm so used to being on social media. I'm trying to become famous, y'all, so it's important. That's my money maker. Oh, I have a Black Lives Matter shirt. Just let you know about this when I was in Selma, Alabama, walking on the bridge on that Saturday before we went on Sunday. It's my Black Lives Matter shirt with all the names who got killed. Then I have a Latino Lives Matter that I bought on eBay or Amazon. This is it right here. Okay. I'm gonna post these when I iron this and get my hair braided, so I can look bougie. And GQ. I'm gonna put all 3 of these shirts. Latino Lives Matter shirt. And then Native Lives Matter I wore on my other video. I can't find it here. I have that as well. So I support those movements. Okay. I go on my channel with me dissing Columbus. I wore my Native Lives Matter shirt. Yes, I did. So I support Latino Lives Matter as well. Even though I didn't know I had Latino roots, going back in my videos, I didn't know I was Spanish Creole, and I did make my hair my bullshit up, and then I did have the hair. And I made a video about my English roots. I did mention Real, but I was like, what? You can see my reaction, like, huh? And I'll admit that during that time, I was like, am I Hispanic? Like, really? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So when I went on Wikipedia, I found out that Real is a Spanish last name, okay? So that's why we go in detail all my heritage. But I just get tired of dealing with ignorant people. Hopefully one day we'll start educating us on how to talk like this, okay? The truth of the matter is that I have to respect all my communities, okay, in my heritage. Even though my Latin roots is on this side of the border, it's not from Mexico, Puerto Rico, Cuba, not that I know of. God dog, I gotta be careful saying that. Or any of those Latin nations, okay? And, Latin in Latin America, okay? And, no, you never know these days. Because I had a fuck grandmother was a white woman. I thought my third grandfather was a slave master's child. He was born after slavery, okay? Because you hear all these myths. But I'm glad when I learn about my history and I'm living on this earth, I'm able to bunk those myths out. Thank the Lord. No wonder I'm here on this earth for a reason. Okay? So truth around is truth sets you free. So by me, being around Hispanic people growing up, I always felt a connection. I was in school, middle school, and listening to Harlem music, listening to salsa merengue. I will admit that. I'm going to admit that I always felt a spiritual connection. And I guess that's why, okay? So, I'm supporting Latino Lives Matter, and it's sad that while I'm supporting Black Lives Matter and defending, unlike the Afro-Latina named Garza that's in the Black Lives Matter, don't care what the media saying, what people are if you're fighting for a cause, you gotta care about the reputation of the meeting and what's the word I'm trying to say? Reputation. Okay, so you can actually have the masses would know the truth, not lies. Stop allowing lies to you gonna piss by people come here and bash Black Lives Matter. So when I tell these Latinos who being vendidos, porchos, coconuts on social media, especially here in Houston, they're shocked that Latino Lives Matter does not exist. They exist. And I say, yes. I mean, when I went to Selma with the shirt I just bought, the Selma trip was organized by a dark-skinned sister and a Latina. Everybody thinks she's Mexican, but she's from Venezuela. And the Latinos including myself at the time, I know, okay? That was on the trip were Chicanos, Mexicanos from Mexico. We had an Afro-Latina who was Colombian. We had a Salvadorian, and who else? We had Salvadorian, some Mexicanos, Chicanos, and that's pretty much that was it. The Latinos I know was on the trip, and of course you meant the guys who was Mexican from Mexico. His sister, they're both they talk very American. Okay, I ain't sound like to talk American as in talking about their accent and everything. They don't sound. Well, he had a Latin accent in him, talking about the dude who's the brother of the sister. The sister has very Anglo type accent, but she can speak that Spanish. Their parents are from Mexico, and I think I don't know if they were born here or they're both, because there was a trip also for immigrant rights. Well, the dude that was in our trip, he's openly gay, so his boyfriend is Filipino. So he and the Filipinos was he has a Spanish last name too. Stop all in my business. Okay, talking about him. Okay, no offense. If you watch this channel, that's why I was like, I didn't add you on certain Facebook because I'm like, damn, I don't know everybody my damn business. Okay, I keep a private life. Anyway, no offense. Okay, but if you watch this thing, that's the reason why. I ain't trying to be shady and be ugly. Just that I don't share all my damn detail. Okay. Well, damn, how y'all guys looking for my asses? Okay, one is so. He was on a trip, so we were talking about the Spanish mixture in the Philippines, and they was like, damn, Zach, how you know about that? As a mixed race person, I read about this stuff. So, I'm part of the multiracial movement. So, I guess you include him, because Filipinos are part Hispanic, okay? Yes, they are. They have Spanish Creole, Spanish being mixed with those Filipinos, and some Filipinos don't like the fact of mixing the Spanish because there was rape involved as well, besides marriages, and they try to sound like the Malcolm X version. Because remember I was on Mi Gente, and those Filipinos said, we're Hispanic too on Mi Gente back in 2003. Don't forget this, Mi Gente like Black Pounds on there too. And I remember defending and said, yeah, Hispanic, they are Hispanic too. And one Filipino came and said, I sound like Malcolm X. It's rape blood. How dare you over here? You know what I'm saying? I'm not lying. So they sound like the Mexica movement. I'm not Hispanic Latino movement. They sound just like that. Yes, okay. And not all came from rape, okay? Some do have women that marry men of color or who were passing or whatever, and like in my case, okay? So, The truth of the matter is, a lot of us, and so the reason why I'm trying to let you know that I support Latino Lives Matter, it just gets on my nerves that I meet Latinos who don't know about this, who bash Black Lives Matter and do not know that the people on the trip who were Latino did support Black Lives Matter. That's how I knew about this, okay? Especially the Latino woman who's Venezuelan. I always make fun of her, say she's Mariah Carey's long distance cousin, because Mariah Carey's part Venezuelan. Okay, so but for real, and I was telling her we was having a Black Lives Matter meeting. I said, excuse me, as a Hispanic woman, you need to add Latinos in this group because I meet, and I told her about that dude who harassed me, the Latino cop who harassed me, who mistreated me when I was a victim of a crime at the McDonald's back on April 4th, 2014 on Harrisburg. Okay, thank you. Okay, all right, who are HPD Mayor Attorney? Listen, yes, okay. You can contact me. I'll go ahead and reveal the person's name. He's the same officer who arrested SPM. That dude. No ever mistreat me with the law. I got connections too with the law to get someone in trouble. Okay? Truth of the matter is, so that's why. So when I told her that it was the same year, because it was happening out with the voting discrimination thing, okay? And I told her, I said, excuse me, you need to bring Hispanics in this movement. You need to also have a dialogue, a black and brown dialogue. I don't know how long she been in this country from Venezuela, but she don't know about the Mexican versus black, that type of mess. Okay, so and I would like to. I mean, one time I was telling an Afro-Latino who debunks that term, who called himself a black man. He's from Chile. Yes, there are Afro-Chileans there. We was on Facebook, and I was telling him about the black and brown racism, and he did not even want to talk about that. He said, "Why are you bringing this up? This ain't a bigger issue." I said, "Yes, it is a bigger issue." One thing I said, you want more about the white men. Look, not all of us live next door to really pure white people with white supremacist ideologies. The only time we deal with those people, unless they come in the hood, especially trying to, mingle if they are racist, okay, and act like they're not, or they're trying to bring drugs, hit the car like it is, or they're cops who trying to mistreat. So we don't hardly have, that's why I don't hardly, unless it fixes a big issue, that's why I don't like, for example, and there are articles like I'm talking about the stuff that happened at this school, with the African American students in middle school being sexually assaulted by white students in the gym room, okay? I'm bringing it up as well. But when my school became less white, that's when I started to unless it was a big issue, okay? Do you know what I'm saying? So, you understand, I gotta relate to other issues, but that's the whole reason why. And I know me, which is true, that's what I was trying to tell Tiffany Jolene on my channel. I don't go after, I'm open to white women, even though I am part Caucasian, but I don't openly go out to white women, okay, in dating. I prefer mostly sisters, Latinas, exotic women, thank you, okay, Asian, the girl I'm talking to is Mexican and Mexican Filipino, okay, you know what I'm saying, we talk here and there, I'm trying to, because y'all know my situation with her if you follow me on my channel, okay? So that's the whole reason why that I don't hardly go after openly. Like, I'm in the area, and it's a fine white one, but I don't know what she's about, okay? That's my point. So most of my upbringing, most of my surroundings are mostly dealing with minorities, okay? Even the setting I'm in, I mostly hang with the minorities. Okay, I hang with some white people. I don't hate white people. But don't forget, I live in Texas, and there's a lot of rednecks here. And cool, I have rednecks in the family. Like my Asian doctor cousin told me on my folk white woman, I'm trying to meet that side of the family because that wasn't perfect. I told me, you don't want to meet me, let me know. But they came in and showed me pictures of the cousins, who are white on my side of the family. So, do you understand? So, therefore, I don't want to get in a redneck, ratchet drama, okay? You know what I'm saying? Some thug, redneck drama, okay? You know what I'm saying? Racist, redneck, clan drama, okay? I would debunk it, so it should be it, but that's pretty much, okay? So, y'all get my point. That's why I'm not, so I mostly talk about minority, black and brown issues, mixed issues, whatever. So now I go on the, talk about concerning with whites, but it doesn't, do you know what I'm saying? That's why my upbringing, once the demographic change, my whole situation changed. It is like a Latino mundo, okay? I'm no longer in the Anglo mundo anymore, okay? When I was growing up, okay? Do you know what I'm saying? So, point it, all right. And so, and it's true. I never get even I was working in Run at the food cafeteria. It was Hispanics. We were speaking Spanish. And I was Hispanic at the time. And the white guy was out there looking with a sad face. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to give up at 19. Unless you let me know you're trustworthy. That's the point. Trustworthy, okay? I'm not going to be gullible trying, oh, it's a white person. Oh, let me go hang with them. You don't know what that person's about. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what the Hispanic folks about, but I had more connection with Latinos. Like, unlike many African American people, they don't go who bash Latinos. They don't go after individual people on individual level. Okay, they go by stereotypes, just like nobody go by stereotypes. Don't go by stereotypes either. Okay, and you have to be respectful, like you want to be respectful. Okay, it's one thing both minority groups need to understand that. I will admit that. But me being around Latinos and hanging around Latinos, which were done in Hispanic school and ancient knowledge on my background level, that's why I had that connection, okay, and singing in Spanish as well. So, just like Powerball is with Latinos, African American people, and he's always helping out, even invested in a black-owned bank in Third Ward, Unity Bank. Shout out to Powerball, my white brother right there. You know what I'm saying? I know he was happy about what happened with the Astros winning, okay? Both the Yankees and the Astros are my favorite team, okay? I admit that. Okay, I want to see Jennifer Lopez. She's dating A-Rod. Okay, I love me from Jennifer. And speaking of black, I love me some Jennifer Lopez. Woo! Okay, Boricua. Let me stop. All right, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I love me. Okay, and then, and shout out Derek G, my black Irish brother. Okay, yeah. I wanted to model for his Avon collection. Yeah, he had an Avon men's collection. I wanted to model for my black Irish. And guess what? I got Irish in the rose. Yeah, black Irish. Okay. All right. Okay. Even Martin King was black Irish Native American. Yes, his grandmother was Irish. A lot of folks don't know on his dad's side. But truth of the matter, yes, and Cresta King was also black Irish Native American too. A lot of folks don't know their history. I'll be reading about this stuff, okay? But we keep it real on my channel, unlike the school system that fails, okay? Carl, like I said, don't teach true history and true education, but white supremacy, as what Jane Elliott said, okay? And I love that white woman to death. The truth of the matter is, that's why, okay? So let me get back to such. When I encounter Latinos who don't know about the myths, the stereotypes about Black Lives Matter, and I'm mad at the Afro-Latina Garcia, who's part black, who told me, I don't care about that sister who about my complaint. I don't care about what they say about me. Sister, please, can I get there? Please, can I get that way? Please, start to cuss here. Can I get that way? Me and mine, Afro-Latina, Afro-Mestiza, whatever you want to call it. Can I get that way? You need to care, okay? And la porta way, please. God dog it. For anyway point, I had to start speaking Spanish and start cursing. I'm sorry to say that. But the truth of it, I'm high on caffeine. Truth of the matter is, that's the whole reason why. So as a part Latino African American brother, I had to, even though I did not know about it, I still was passionate about the Latino Lives Matter movement. We need to bring it to Houston, okay? We need to bring it to Houston here. What happened, that's why I went to John Hernandez, the prayer gathering that when John Hernandez was killed, not that during that time, during this summer, okay? I was passionate about that, okay? That's my Afro-Mestizo brother. That's my Latin brother, okay? Even he's not non-his black roots. If he do have black roots in his Mexican side of the family, way down the family tree, still, that's my Mestizo, Afro-Mestizo brother, okay? One thing that's sad that the white supremacist education system has done has lied to us about our histories. And the point is that the truth, we are related to all my African American people. We're black, white, Native American on one side of the border, and I'm also part Hispanic. Some of us as well. We've got some Spanish, Creole, or even Spain, went to Mississippi and Alabama too, way before the Anglos did. Check that out as well, okay? Know your history. In Florida, okay? If it's some white, you got some Spanish. Okay, and black Seminoles were also many was black and Spanish and Native too. The Mexicans, the Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, many Latinos are part black. More African slaves went to Latin America than the United States. I know you're going to say, what happened? They didn't all get killed. Many of them racially mixed with the natives and white Spaniards. And then, the Mejidor Raza situation was coming into better race of marriage, so went lighter to get, that. So out of that situation, a lot of them assimilated in that mixture. And a lot of Latinos who don't look black have it in their background. And lucky the white supremacists know about that situation because they're all because of the black right now with that one drop rule if it was still valid at the time, okay? So do you get what I'm saying? George Zimmerman, yes, great grandfather was Afro-Peruvian. No joke. Do you understand that many of us were related? We all are those three mixtures. And it's sad that they categorize us, and that false characterization has, classification has caused us to divide and conquer. And I'm not talking about people in the African community or Hispanic who don't want to unite. Individuals who are like that, please, this is not about you. It's about those who do want to unite. So have your little pit party someplace else, okay? For that I keep. Talking about those who want to unite. And it's sad that we have pinpointed each other. We let the white supremacists lie about our histories. And when I talk about this, y'all shocked. Remember, I would go to the library and as a kid, as a teenager, and go in Houston and read about this stuff. And by me being in the multiracial movement, I had to cover this stuff because it was always about black and white couples, or sometimes Hispanic white couples. But they're talking about the black and brown and how. And remember, it was the minority groups who went against civil rights groups like the LULAC and Nancy Casa Raza and NAACP and Walter White and Du Bois on the road in grave right now. In Urban League and AIM, the Minority Civil Rights Asian League and all the rest of them went against the multiracial category that was supposed to be put on the census 2000. Now, I was part of multiracial. We were trying to put that multiracial category for office. They were afraid the numbers will go down because the majority of all of us in our communities have mixed backgrounds about what we look like. Do you know what I'm saying? So, imagine if it did, we all check the background, it would debunk this mess. Never heard we talk about this. So do you understand? It's the whole reason why I bring it up, because the truth needs to be told. We are related. The black and brown racism in California is the stupidest thing. You're fighting over white racist drugs and property that you don't own, the point they're putting gentrification in, and you're going in jail being a prison plantation slave. Okay? The point black and both black identified brothers and Latino brothers in jail. In prison systems, you're not fully blown white, what you look like. That's the stupidest thing. Trump is office, he's targeting you up. So that's why we need to stop lying, because it's expected. People gonna hey, and those who are so-called Christian people, it doesn't the Bible, but tell the truth set you free, even die for the truth. And sometimes we have to do that. The truth of the matter is, we are related. The truth, it said, tell the truth, set you free. Shame the devil. Excuse me, we are related. Whether you like it or not. Whether you hate it. Those African people that was on the ship went to Mexico. It's funny when I hear Mexican, Latino people saying, go back to Africa. They'll include your ass too. Because part of your DNA, whether you don't look it or not, is partially black, whether you like it or not. It's part of your roots while your ass is here. We're all related. We're native. We're European. We're African. We all of that. And it's sad that we try to find parts of it where I'm less this. No, regardless if you less or more, it's still in your roots whether you like it or not. And that's how your behind got here. Okay? Your parents got here. Your grandparents, your cousins, and all that. All that would not happen back in the day. Your behind would not be walking here talking to me and getting bitches moan about me saying this. We are related. As mixed race people in minority communities, we are related whether you like it or not. And it needs to stop. We let white supremacists lie to us and tell us in school that this old false stuff. What they teach in school is white supremacy. That's why they lie. And y'all fighting over each other. Okay? And anybody tells me go back to Africa, come on, me and Manito, come on, we can go back to Africa together. Because you're part black too, whether you like it or not. We had 3 homelands. You had the Americas. We had the Americas because we're part of Native American. We have Africa and we have Europe. Whether it's the French, the Spanish, the Irish, whatever is in our DNA, that's European. So what all that I laugh I hear like that. You take your ass back to Africa too. If you use the word chingada means to fuck, that's ain't African. I think it's an Angolan word. Yes. Menudo is what they was talking about in Chicago. The Mexican American man was on American Latino, talking about Afro Mexican. They were doing some exhibit in Chicago, Chi-Town, and guess what? Menudo has a lot of African elements, which makes it, because in Menudo is cow. No, not cow. That's pozole. Pig in Texas, we call that chitlins, y'all. You eating chitlin soup. I'm not lying. Pig intestines, you eating chitlin soup. Okay? That's chitlin soup. Okay? Alright? Menudo is chitlin soup. Okay? Pig intestines. Slave had to eat the pig intestines. God dog it. Then there was a leftover that the master didn't want to eat. You eating pig intestines as a soup. Okay? We sure do got a lot in common. Okay? Whether you like it or not. No, when we bump hip hop music together. Yeah, okay, alright. Shoots. You know, don't let the white racist man trying to separate us. So that's the point. So when I started to see you know why I love Latin culture, let me tell you why. Of course R&B was in rock and roll and rap was found by those African American descent. But it don't have an African element to it. It's very Anglo, okay? The slaves in this part of the world, except for what happened in Louisiana, because like gumbo, that's one thing I love about being Creole. Gumbo is African. They eat gumbo in Nigeria. Gumbo is similar to menudo. Okay, makes sense. So gumbo is an African word, by the way. So the slaves were Anglicized. Okay, and strict out their African culture and religion and all that other stuff. But in Latin America, you can hide these stuff from the Spaniards, okay? So a lot of them kept their African culture. And it got mixed in with the Spaniard and native culture. So when I hear Latin music, West Tejano, especially for cumbia, they come from Afro-Colombians, like Selena said about Mexican American music. It came from Afro-Colombian. So when I'm dancing cumbia, that goes back to my damn roots as African descent, okay? Salsa, merengue, and all that other stuff. And even a Mexican American man born in Mexico, Carlos Santana, who's not Chicano, who loves African music to death, who loves sisters, said it himself that the music I call Latin or Spanish music is actually African. No wonder I love Latin music to death. It brought me back home from this old terrible Anglo distorted culture. I call it because I'm sorry. No, I'm not trying to sound like a coon, but some of this culture elements we learned from slavery and try to pass it over, sometimes we need to get rid of. And I'm saying that as a person, African American in this part. It's funny when I listen to, and everybody say, why you want to listen to R&B? It is African American music because it was made here by those African, but it has a lot of Anglo influence. And I remember prior to listening to Tejano music, I would sometimes I would go ahead and make this, listen to Latin music, whether it be Spanish, whether it be Latin, Tejano, or merengue, or salsa, but in the hip-hop. That's one thing when I started listening to the buffoonery and cooning and thug, way before y'all start making videos about that, back in that, I saw, I said, ugh, why I gotta see a thug, it's nigga, this, and I don't want to hear that shit. I said, let me put some Selena on, some Say a Clue. You know what I'm saying? And you hear that Latin, that African beat. I felt more culture. I said, why? And when I heard and I read the history, I said, this is part of me. Even though that, you know, it's part of Hispanic, but the African in me is calling it out. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't mind moving Mexico, mind moving Latin America. The elements, even try to erase it, is still present. The elements, the culture elements. You know, and y'all get to understand that a lot of, and I'm saying you got good things for the African American this in the culture here, but that Anglo brainwash, that wasp, was slave mentality sometimes, and we gotta emancipate that for real. And I'm part Anglo too, and I do emancipate it. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So for real, I do. Trust me, I do. That's why in Anglo here in Texas we don't get along too much. Okay, I have Anglo friends, but some of the white people we don't get along culturally. I debunked that, divorced that. You know what I'm saying? Because I saw the slave mentality within the African Americans because they came out of slavery due to Anglos. But when you go to Latin culture, they had more liberty in Latin America. You know, they was crucial down there. You know what I'm saying? But you had African elements. That's why I love Latin culture. Everybody look at me and sell out. You know, sell out, excuse me, know your history. That African stuff in that Latin culture, in that Latin American culture, bring you way back home. That's why some of y'all be dancing to that salsa, dancing to that Selena and all that, and into how, because it's that them slaves that came on the other side of the ship that went Latin America, their souls that come on back home, brother and sister, me and Mano, stop over here letting the gringo brainwash you in that brainwash culture that the gringo gave you, okay? That's what comes in my head. I'm not lying, okay? So anybody call me and sell off a Latin music, if you don't know your culture that well, cállate, shut up, bro, shut up, sister. God dog, okay? God dog it. Stop trying to let the Anglo lies and history that gave you, that gringo lies that gave you, that call like it is. Now I'm part gringo, but to say this, down family tree, gave you that mess. Step outside the box and maybe you progress. Don't call me a coon when I get my prize for doing it. You reveal guilty as sin. That's why you get butthurt because you know what you're doing is wrong. So going back to the situation, many people in African American who get killed by cops or abused get put on the news, and I'm for that to be exposed. But the reason why I cover Latinos getting hate crimes, because when I'm arguing with those who are brainwashed, just like some of y'all in African American community with this old Pocho and Coonan mess, you don't understand that they don't understand that they getting killed too. And it's like a person, you know, it says in the Bible, Hosea 4:6, the people suffer lack of knowledge. And I never forget when the John Hernandez situation happened, you had Latinos crying. Even those I know who make racial slurs about African and Black Lives Matter, I said, we told you so. You know, even with the happened in Puerto Rico with the Trump, we told you so, okay? When you start thinking that you're white and you're not, you're Afro-Mestizo, you're mixed, you need to know that, okay? But it's not too much their fault when the lack of information is not being covered. So my job, who wants to debunk an argument, I prevent the evidence. And I get tired of people arguing and coming. First of all, brothers, say I'm not a collective. I'm an individual person. You don't run my mind or my heart, so I don't give a damn what leader with Elijah. I don't live in his to call me a coon. I run this shit. I'm a Leo. I'm a natural born leader. I'm the one who chose to be a leader on my own, and I'm not a follower. So if you don't like the stuff I say, whether we African American descent, please get off my damn channel. Make a comment. I will snitch on you to YouTube and Google. And you get your account closed, and I block you off my channel. That's a warning. I run it. I'm the king of this channel, not y'all. I bring the evidence to it and they shut up. They said, for real? I didn't know this was going on. I didn't know that we were getting killed by the police. Because the media choose to do that time. See, one thing they didn't like, when when YG came out, fuck Donald Trump. It had black and brown people united. Okay? Black identified and united because none of us are pure black. In LA, which was good to see that, okay? That's way better than this old Eminem what he did on this stunt he did on BET, okay? And shout out to Young G, YG, I give you props, my brother. You should okay? Okay, you even got death threats, okay? The point is, when they came out, the media said, well, you know, we're gonna cover stories to make, you know, so we can get these Hispanic folks to think they're white. We're going to play with their mind. And we're going to start push this on the rug and act like they going to take our side. And when we get tired of them being on our side, we're going to do them dirty. That's how they do, okay? So they'll hide stories about Latinos getting shot by the police. Latinos getting shot by, killed in California. They put them in local news, but not national. It was us social media warriors, social media people in the social justice wars online who made John Hernandez murder to be known. I passed it to every information on social media, you know what I'm saying? Like it was, you know, past the news word of mouth. We the one that put John Hernandez and I gave it to Black Lives Matter, I gave it to everybody. Okay? I also gave out Alejandro Nieto and Ramiro James Villegas and Alex Lopez and the rest of those like the Latin version Tamir Rice. That's, you know what I'm saying, and many other people who are Hispanic who have been hurt and killed and mistreated by the police, and not their story have been told. And to those pochos and coconuts who are the bad Black Lives Matter, if you love your community so bad, as a part Hispanic who also part African American, can you do me a favor and stop bashing Black Lives Matter on that? Cover the stories in your community, our community, should I say, if you care about the La Raza so much, so you can get your story told, because it might be you in that situation with that gullible mindset of yours. That's why. So to Latino Lives Matter, whoever's watching with Latino, we need to come to Houston. We can buy the dance before, cover both here in Houston, Texas, El Paso, Dallas, all over Texas. To let them know the Latinos, our Latino brothers and sisters, know that this is going on too. A lot of Latinos are getting killed by police. A lot of Latinos are getting they're targeting Latinos. A lot of Latinos are getting locked up for that private prison complex. Okay, don't forget slaves in your background too in Latin America. Maybe not in the United States, but in Latin America, let's call it like this. Okay, they're doing the dirty work. Okay, and they trying to get more brothers and Latino brothers locked up so they can build. Because you know, when you're a slave in the prison system, 13th Amendment of Criminal Act, you have no choice but to do what they tell you while you locked up, while you doing all that thuggery in prison. They'll make you work for no pay or less pay, and y'all gonna be 9-10 together, black identified and brown, building that damn wall. Okay, so that's what they trying to do. Okay, they don't have to hire nobody to do it. They're going to get the slaves in prison to do it. So that's the whole reason why I'm bringing this up, because a lot of our Latino brothers and sisters, especially here in Texas, Houston, do not know that Latino Lives Matter exists, do not know that there are people who are getting targeted, killed, murdered, mistreated by the cops who are racist, whether it be another Latino person who's trying to be, you know, cool, like a, you know what I'm saying, artist, a white person, or African American, whatever. Someone is doing this to hurt Latinos in the news media. And so as a part Latino brother who's African American, I will cover my best, do whatever I can. I'm trying to cover every story that's happening. It's hard to me to keep it up with this phone. You know, phone dying, all other stuff. Truth of the matter is letting you know we need to tell the media, the mainstream media, to cover the stories about Latinos getting killed too. So it will not be people who don't know that what's going on talking a lot of shit. Okay? That's the whole reason why I do what I do on my channel. And anybody who has a problem with my channel, please leave my channel. I ain't trying to live for nobody but myself. Okay? I call it like it is. Bye, y'all. Have a nice day.